Hello everyone, this is Jacob here. We're going to start learning C. This is the series of the C programming language. Welcome to my channel, Cafe Linux or the Linux Cafe. I was Jacob and we're going to start. I just decided to start actually recording a series for learning C, as I told you before. So beside actually recording Linux videos and in the future Bash scripting videos, we're going to start learning C together. Um, so I'm using Linux. You can use whatever you want, but Linux is the best choice because you can download the compiler of the C easily without actually any pain. So you can just download GCC, for example. I will show you in the future videos how you can download the C compiler and how you can start writing C code. So what is C? Let's just talk about what is C, why C is used, what are the C best features, and why those features make us learn C. So let me just open a notepad. C programming txt. So what is C? Let's answer these questions by one by one. What is C? So C is a general purpose procedural programming language. It means it's functional and you're not going to see any object-oriented programming in C. There's no OOP in C. So C was developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in 1972. So C is a old language, true, but why is it used still? And C is used widely. Uh, Many people think that C is dead, but it's not. It's used everywhere. So C is still used, it's still popular. You're not going to see many job offers in C, perhaps, not like Python or Java, for example. You can see 10,000 open opportunities for a Python developer on, I don't know, in United States. But C, it's much less than that. But actually, if you're a good C programmer, you have a high chance to get hired and work. And actually, um, you can use C for your resume. If someone understands that you've written the C code, so he knows that you have a deep understanding of programming language and how a program works efficiently. So that's a good thing. So let's continue. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in 1972. So 1972, Bell Labs to rewrite the Unix OS. Unix was written by assembly, but they designed C at Bell Labs to rewrite the Unix OS using C. So nowadays Unix is written using C. So if you search on Google the Unix programming language, you can see C, by the way. So C is popular and it was originally designed for system programming like writing operating systems. As you can see, Unix is an example, but is now widely used for various applications. So what are the key features of C that makes us use C for writing such stuff? Key features of C. Sorry. So C is, first of all, fast, and we can write efficient as well here. C is fast and efficient. C is close to hardware, is very fast. Faster than Python, faster than Java, faster than, I don't know. Actually, we cannot say it's faster than C++. There's a actually argument between highly experienced programmers around the world that C is faster than C++ or vice versa. But we can definitely say that C is much faster than Python. Python is super slow. Java is slower than C, and also other programming languages, you can name it. So fast and efficient. C is portable. Portable. What does that mean? It means that I can run my code on Linux and on Windows and on Mac with a very small change. So I can have a very small change and I can run my code everywhere on every OS I want. Let me check I'm recording. Yes. So C is portable. The next feature is structured and procedural. So as I told you, you're not going to see any classes on C. You're not going to see OOP on C. C is all about procedures and functions. So you're going to write functions for modular programming. So you're going to use functions for writing modules and call that functions everywhere. So this is how it works, which you will see and you will feel uh, throughout the series. So the fourth, actually, let me write this down. Structured, and pro C actually, Jural, if I'm not wrong. So C is structured and procedural. C is a mid-level language. If I want to write it, let me just write C is mid-level. C is a mid-level language, combines low-level assembly and, for example, high-level Java features. So mid-level, for example, combines assembly and Java features. C is a mid-level language. And C, at last, has a rich standard library, provides built-in functions for I/O math strings, so gladly you're not going to write them from scratch. Rich standard std, let me write it std standard lib. So std is standard, okay, provides, for example, built-in built-in actually it was built past built-in functions, Jesus, built-in functions for IO like this, math and strings and etc., which you can see in the future. So why to use C? Why use C? C, despite being old, remains popular because of many things. Its performance and speed, as I told you. So C is used in OS kernels like Linux, Windows, embedded systems, game engines. So C is definitely faster than Python and Java. C is used in system programming used to, for example, write operating systems, as I told you, Unix, Windows, drivers, compilers, and actually C allows direct memory manipulation with the use of pointers. True, so C has pointers used in system programming, used in OS kernels, faster than Python and Java, like this. Beautiful. C is used in embedded systems. C is used in IoT, used in, for example, microcontrollers, Arduino, Raspberry Pi. C is highly used in robotics, automotive systems. For example, a good example is the Mars rover of NASA, which is on Mars right now. So it's written in C, in C++, in Rust, this low-level programming language. So C is used there. So as you can see, C is used everywhere in great projects, not, for example, a website, okay, but C is used in great projects, for example, embedded projects, microcontrollers, automotive systems. So C has a low memory usage and it's high efficient, but actually it depends on how you write the code. So if you're a good programmer, you're going to write a rich and great C code, which runs greatly and everyone loves it. And actually, because C is a cryptic programming language, so what does that mean? It means that C has a hard syntax and C is using pointers. So if you use them like cryptic, like a junior, so you're going to just ruin the code base. So the next person who wants to read your code, he cannot. You know what I mean? So it depends actually on how you write the C code. So sorry, let me write the other feature, for example, used in micro controllers in Raspberry Pi, Arduino, robotics, automotive systems. Done. And also, C is the foundation for other languages like C++, like Java, like Python. You know, so because of C, also this language exists. So C is the mother language. Good sentence. C is the mother language. Learning C helps understand memory management, algorithms, and hardware interactions. This is another good reason to learn C. So learning C equals understanding memory management, algorithms, and hardware interactions, how you interact with hardware. And actually, the last reason to learn C is its portability and flexibility. As I told you, it runs on almost all platforms like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and embedded devices, and it's used in cross-platform development. Very C used today, as I told you. Let's actually review quickly. So it's used in operating systems. It's used in game development, like game engines and physics simulations. For example, C is used in embedded systems like smart devices, IoT, automotive systems. It's used in databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL are written in C. MySQL is written in C. So compilers and interpreters, for example, the Python interpreter is written in C. You know, that's great. C is powerful, efficient, widely used in performance critical applications, and blah blah blah. So these are the reasons that you have to learn C or you need to learn C. And actually, let's be a Democrat. You can learn C. So let's go. Let's save the file. Let's create a directory. Or actually, let me pause this video here. In the next video, I'm going to write our first C program. It's going to be the Hello World program, and I'm going to talk about how a C program is written and which parts actually of the code are um, used to create a C application. So thanks for watching. Have a nice time.